Hey there, welcome to Grace for Today. I'm standing out in front of our church with a question to pose for those of you who are listening to me today. Do you ever question your salvation? Have you ever really wondered if you really are saved? I think that's an important thing to think about, because I believe personally that there are a lot of people who believe that they've been born again. They believe that they're Christians and they're on their way to heaven on the moment they die. And I hate to say it, but I believe that a lot of them are going to find out when the time comes they're really not born again. You see, so many people, they believe they're born again because they've been raised in church, or because they said a prayer, or because someone told them that they were born again, because they answered an altar call. But you know the true test to know if you've been born again or not? The true test is, have you received a new nature? Did your desires change? There's only one way to be saved, and that's to put your trust in Jesus Christ. But let's not forget, being born again is a true experience. It's not just something that happens in the mind. It's something that happens within the nature of a human being. So if you've never experienced any kind of transformation on the inside, if you said a prayer one day, but your life never changed, your desires were never moved into a new direction, then you're not saved. And I'm not saying that to condemn you. I'm saying this to awaken those who possibly watch these videos and maybe it fills some sort of void in their life. Maybe they even attend church, but they've never been born again. The Scripture says that today is the day of salvation. I don't want anybody to perish, and neither does God. But I want to be really open with you. There are a lot of people who call themselves Christians, and their lives do not reflect Christ. See, you're not a Christian because you say you are. You're not a Christian because your parents were. You're a Christian because you're born into His kingdom. Now, that doesn't mean that you don't mess up, and that doesn't mean that sin is no longer an issue for you. But the answer to sin is Jesus Christ. And if you're looking any other way to be saved, if you say, well, I'm a good person, I go to church, that won't cut it. You can only see heaven. You can only experience God if you're born again. When you're born again, your desires will change because your nature has changed. For some of you, this isn't even a question, and thank God. But there's some of you watching right now, you're not really sure because you've not noticed the change in your heart. I ask you to get very serious about this and seek God's face. Ask Him to reveal Himself to you, to show you the spiritual condition in which you are. You're either saved or not saved. I want to tell you today that if you will come to Jesus Christ and humbly admit that you need Him, He will move into your life, and you will know you are born again because the Spirit of God that will move into your life will reveal Himself to you. You have a grace-filled day. We'll see you next time.